I'm scared.
There's teen violence in this?
Oh,
No wonder I like this
Who
game.
the fuck is this guy?
Hello.
Well, Nick Silver.
PlanetSide Meltdown update live stream where we're going to reveal.
Rel
It's
doesn't
low,
have
innit?
bandana.
I'm scared.
Turn it up.
I can barely hear them.
Yeah.
What's been going on.
Whoa,
So,
I'm gonna have to go
here
into
with
my
me
mixer
today
to
is
turn this up.
Game designer extraordinaire Rel.
You're gonna get me in trouble right from the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am
So low.
your PlanetSide producer, Nick Silver.
I'm gonna have to turn you guys down because I'm turning
We're going to be
people up.
showing you guys
Yep.
a couple new pieces of class equipment today.
He said he's a
There's probably
PlanetSide
gonna be
producer.
some more classic equipment coming.
New class equipment. What?
Yeah. Yep. Except for TR.
Except for TR.
Except for the
no.
TR. They do not get new class
Didn't get
equipment.
anything.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
you.
No, I mean we're gonna be showing off some toys, but that's not why.
Yeah, fuck you, Real.
Hopefully.
Unless
We're
you're
rough,
gonna
TR.
man.
show what we are going to be showing
I'll
off
put the
is
stream on.
what the new critical mass update
Peace.
is really all
Wow.
about, is
That's
the
rough.
interlocking mechanics. So, there's a lot to
Poor Rel.
Rel's gonna look
there,
over.
and,
The fuck are these
we're
guys
excited
doing?
to-
Yeah.
Where's your bandana, Rel? That's my question.
start getting
Where's
you
your
guys started.
bandana?
Yeah.
So the,
Why is
the
their
first
volume so
toy
low?
Let's see what
we're gonna be
happens.
showing off today
I
before
don't
we get
know.
to that, though. Oh, and before I get on,
This
to
is
that,
really.
we're going to be giving away Daybreak Cash in the chat.
Are you fucking serious?
There is a moderator, Meps, I believe, that's going to be running some raffles.
Can I
there.
just say fuck you to them? Will I get kicked?
What?
Just pay attention to
Try and keep it calm, mate. Try and keep it calm. We're
Give
reacting
you guys a heads up when we're going to start doing those.
to whatever they
God
say.
damn it.
Yeah, just pay attention to chat for that stuff.
Do it to it.
Oh,
so the first
I
thing
have to
we're gonna be
react.
showing off is the
Yeah.
new,
In the
Blah, blah, blah.
okay.
jump jets.
Blah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, how you guys doing?
Oh, Jesus.
Not too bad, I hope. Not too salty. Now, yeah. So, like Nick said, we
Not
are.
too salty.
We're trying to come
A
up
little
with
bit.
some equipment, or come up with.
Does he play PlanetSide?
Rather, we have
Nah.
some new class equipment on the way. One of which is a new jump jet type, which I think light assault is a close to medium range skirmish. Oh my god!
Oh, he jumps forward.
Yeah, so
Oh
I haven't gotten
boy.
it on right
It
now,
jumps
but,
forward.
These are the ambusher jump jets, and if you notice on the left-hand side of the screen, the
You what?
energy it goes away immediately after using it. So instead of being on a sort of a tapered, you know,
Mate, they got some extreme green
more
screen set
versatile,
up there.
I guess than the other jump jets, it's very deliberate in that you can
Whoa. Can he lag out anymore?
cross large distances.
This is what he does on the
from-
live
Press
servers.
K, the bastard.
Yeah, very quickly. So it allows you to cover ground fast.
Flash it in the
And this
corner,
is
driving
something
me
that
crazy.
the community has actually asked for a while, actually, ever
Hmm.
since Star Wars Battlefront.
I wonder he doesn't know anything. He doesn't
But,
accept his notifications.
Yeah, so it does offer some new opportunities, and it's kind of a high skill piece of equipment that I think will appeal
Right.
more toward.
You know, I need
more
to
the
change,
better
actually.
players
Daybreak
than
not letting me down. Trust
some
me,
of the,
buddy, they will.
the lower levels, because it definitely, again, it's very specific in its
The
use.
thing is,
As you
they're
rank
gonna
it
put
up,
the shit in the game, but they're not gonna
cooldown on it
optimize
goes
the
down,
game. That's the
and it's gonna
problem. That's
have,
my
some
problem.
different interactions with.
I like the game
with
as it
air
is now.
combat.
It just needs to be
As soon as,
optimized.
so
Spend
if
your
you have
time
rank 5,
optimizing the
uh,
game
Lag.
instead of putting more
if you
shit
kill
in.
one person, then it's just gonna instantly.
Let me drag that over a minute.
And it'll make it
That's what I'm gonna say.
little chaotic,
Optimization is key.
nice and quick,
Yeah.
quick strikes.
They did that
Yeah.
like years ago, and then they
You
spent
got it.
6
No, I
months
didn't do.
optimizing it,
Have
and then
that
fucked it up
downward
again.
velocity, and when you fire it off, then it's
So,
gonna blast
lag.
you straight ahead.
Right.
So
Yeah, there are some tricks you can kind of do with it, but you're not going to get a lot of vertical height out of it, and that's the intent, right? It's not to replace any of the other jump jets, but you'll definitely get a lot of mileage from it.
I think a lot of people are going to go for that jump jet.
Going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better
This
than the
makes
other ones
sense.
already.
Jump jets are cost. So I guess there was a question about the start cost. Let's see. So kind of unsure. Like, so normally the other
He doesn't even
jump
know.
jets are all-
Ambusher.
they're very inexpensive to level
Ambusher.
up. Skirmisher jump jets are obviously
Not sure I like the
expensive,
name.
get them by default. The ambusher jump jets, I think we should probably push
Ambusher.
it toward the more expensive
Yeah.
side.
I
Just
like it.
not like super expensive, but more like adrenaline shield style expensiveness, just so that it kind of deters newer players, because this is something that newer players are just honestly going to get killed with. So
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah.
we're
new
kind of
play.
keeping around the idea
Yeah, let
of
him have
doing
it. That's
battle
all
rank
boy.
unlocks on these sorts of things, and just like new equipment in general, but that it's not in the cards for this. So yeah, maybe someday we'll have some fun with that. But Yeah. So if you have any more questions, this stuff is actually going to hit PTS sometime in the near future. Just all the stuff that we're actually showing off today. So hopefully you'll get to play around with it.
If he was on PTS right now, I'd get on and I'd snipe him.
Ready to move on to the next one?
Sure.
So,
Just
as
saying.
we're moving on to the next thing.
You're on live stream, you know
was the
that.
signal to
I
go
do.
ahead and get
I
on
know
with the
that.
daybreak
Proper
cash
stream
code.
sniper.
So hopefully Ted has that
I know.
Cool.
Snipe the
So
news,
the next
boys.
thing that we're gonna be
Snipe the
showing
news.
off is the nano repair grenade for the engineer, the
A
new toy
repair
for the
grenade.
engineer.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
so-
Drax, you called it.
Where you?
Go ahead
Where you
and
at?
flip it over to my feed.
A repair grenade?
There we go.
You
So,
called
grenade,
it. You
yeah.
said. You
for
said
the
I want a
grenade
repair
here,
grenade in the game.
how
That's
much
they
is
should
it?
add
These are gonna
that.
be 200
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, most likely 200.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Nice.
the nano repair grenade, we got a nice little model here for it
When
already.
When
Five.
detonated, the grenade creates a
Notable
field
for
that
it is
repairs.
it has a slightly
50 per
higher,
second.
This grenade can
nanite
stick to vehicles
cost
and Mac
per
shoot sticks to them.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would
Oh.
already
Awesome,
have
dude.
my what do they call the grenade bandolier already equipped.
Well,
so I
chat's
can
already
mention it.
hyped.
So, the
So what
main
happens
thing
if you
that
throw
we have
like
here
Yeah.
fucking 10
is a
repair grenades
new
onto a
sticky
max?
grenade
Is he like invulnerable?
sticks onto vehicles or whatever else you can throw them at.
Oh my god.
Wow.
After a 3-second delay
Look at
will
this.
How long did they spend doing that particle
create some repair
effect?
field
Yeah, really.
around,
Look at the chat.
where the
It's
grenade
all
goes off.
raffle.
It doesn't last for especially long, but it allows for you to do some
Wow.
pretty neat little tricks. Let's get a flash down. here.
Gotcha.
I'll do it.
Gotcha. Hold on.
Flash.
No. Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that's how I spawn all
one
my
of the fun little
flashes.
things to do is to jump into
Yeah.
the other side, flash,
Slash flash.
Yeah, boy.
and now you have a. Oh,
Now you can't see fuck all.
Yeah, you can
Really?
see the first version.
Yeah.
So
An LP
probably
flash.
don't throw it at your dashboard, but yeah. So the Jesus. Hey, can you?
oh yeah. You don't have to type raffle to enter. It's it's everyone who's been within chat for 10 minutes at least.
Yeah. So
that's-
as long as you've posted a comment at some point,
Okay.
you know, not a salty one, right? I mean, because you guys just love your life, and yeah,
Wow.
just any sort of comment at all.
He's
the chat
really
will know,
dissing the
that you're hanging
community,
out.
isn't he?
and we'll be giving away stuff without the need
Giving away
to
stuff.
type,
to rapidly type
to-
in
right.
codes as we try to reveal them on stream. We know you guys how much you love
Need
that
stuff.
particular
that-
way
Yeah.
that action.
of giving codes out.
All right, so engineer repair grenade is something that we can. It's gonna be
There's
for
a lot
all
of people actually. How
engineers,
many are we up to
obviously.
watching this?
It would be
1,100.
intent was
Okay.
To give engineers something that can support the team and do so in such a way that isn't found in the utility slot, just like everything else. Because right now they only have access to sticky grenades and frag grenades. So moving nano repair to a grenade is something that's been asked for a lot within the community, and it's something that just kind of makes sense. It does stick to max units, it does stick to flashes and other vehicles like Nick was showing off. And the repair grenade,
And it's
it lasts
shiny.
for 10 seconds, the field.
Your frame rate drops by 20 when you look at it
You're watching me? Oh,
directly.
40.
As you come towards the enemy,
It's gonna be 40.
yeah.
They're-
As you're
okay,
going
we're
towards
holding
the
up
enemy, their frame rate
whiteboards in the
drops.
back so that we can read your questions.
Yes, we got
It's a double
Gaze
effect.
off into
So it-
nothingness.
It repairs
has an
you and
area
drops the
of
frame rate at the
effect
same
that
time.
goes in. And so you can place it on your own vehicle even if your vehicle is
it
already
induced
sort of
lag, it'd
fully
be perfect.
repaired and drive it into the middle of a bunch of other vehicles.
Rails just come on the
Wouldn't it be
stream
great
to.
for valves
sort of
that you
do
can
a
throw it
mass
onto your
repair
valve
of
while
all those
flying?
vehicles. You can sort of at
Yeah.
least temporarily
Yeah.
act
Yeah.
as like a
10
repair
seconds, right?
So we don't
Wait,
want it to
did
stack
this guy
though.
really just say this is gonna bring?
So
this
he
is
said they don't
just
stack.
have one on the field. Actually, the
This
engineer
guy
can only
just
throw
said
one
it's gonna
at a
breathe
time.
life
If you
into
throw
the
another one,
game.
What?
get out of here,
Come on,
anti-sights!
This guy in
Get out of here,
chat is
anti-sights!
saying shit. It's gonna
He
breathe
said it.
life into
He said
the
they're
game.
not gonna stack
He's
though.
distracting us.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, anti-sights.
I don't know about breathe life into the game, but
Alright,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we don't want you to stack a whole bunch of them, but you can throw one out. If
And
you
that's
throw
the live
another
stream
one,
there, guys.
perfect. But and multiple grenades from multiple engineers do not stack either. But it will be
That'd
something
be so
that's
funny.
cool for
Folks.
especially like max crashing and that sort of thing. Gives engineer a little bit more
Rel not
little
here.
bit more team play potential.
Yeah, and
As
then, yeah,
anything.
I guess maybe we didn't point that as you can stick one of these things to a max, and
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah,
just like another way you can
Repair.
throw out
Mhm.
your repairs for
I mean,
Super
it's
sticky.
nothing new sticking stuff to max.
All right. Any more
you
questions?
could do that with C4.
Yeah,
in
let's
the
jump a
past.
question.
Yeah, I
Let's
stick
Got a couple
AV grenades to max
questions,
suits.
and, while we're doing that, you can do another raffle of a Daybreak cash code.
Yeah. You guys got nothing on this.
Okay, let's see. We can see chat here, but it goes by really fast. How long does the grenade last?
I asked where his bandana
So which grenade
was. I
has
hope I win.
priority if there's more than one?
That's the problem with they need to
it's-
enable like
so there's
slow
no
chat or
stacking
something. Is there that
priority,
on
right? So
Twitch?
it
Slow
will
chat?
just-
I think it kind of.
I think
I
it
thought-
works on
is
the
it?
first grenade that ends
no.
up in the area because it starts repairing. I don't think the overlaps. I mean, it's worth.
You
It's something that we
missed
haven't
a grenade that repairs.
kind of it would be a
and
nice thing, right?
Vertical
forward
jump jets.
jumping,
Yeah, I wanna
like
see
so
the
jump
first
jets,
grenade.
like Battlefront sort of style. If you play Star Wars Battlefront, they jump forward.
We'll see. We'll see on test.
It's
Like I
good
said,
for
all the
getting
stuff
a
is,
really
gonna be
like a
on
really
test soon.
aggressive light slopes.
And how
So
long did the grenade last for?
nice,
10 seconds.
10
nice
seconds.
addition.
10 seconds.
So it takes 3 seconds to activate, and then it stays active for 10 seconds.
And guys, do let us know that you know if it seems too long.
The
if it
extra
seems too
stream is on
powerful,
Twitch.
If
3
if
seconds
it,
to
the cost
activate, 10
is
seconds
just
last.
too much.
Um,
which I don't
PlanetSide
think
too.
that'll be a
So
real issue,
I'll
but
put this
just
in
any
chat
sort
for
of
you guys
feedback,
if you want to
we're
watch
always
the
paying
direct.
attention to that, so feel free to throw it our way.
Cool.
Yeah,
Let's see what else we got here.
There you go.
I love the Flash. This is my favorite vehicle in the game.
I
Valkyrie's second. favorite.
especially like the launch, using it as a launch to get height for doing drifter jets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang right.
that's my favorite, is watching. I can't do it, but when I see other people do it, it's pretty amazing. All right, should we move on to the big reveal of what we're doing with the new continent locking mechanics? Or,
Finally.
Or
There we go.
No, there was something we wanted to do before that. Introduce a new team member.
We almost forgot about you.
Wow, that's harsh.
Who's this random person in the back? So, we'd like to introduce a new teammate to you.
Yes.
Not a new teammate. Sorry, he's been around for
For
a
a
while.
while
We'll
now.
we'll get through that one
Yeah,
once he
we'll
gets
do
here.
that.
Get over here.
So
And hopefully
Nico's
he's
gonna
got
come
the
on
mic
stage.
I know. Okay,
Nico,
so
yeah.
here's funny, right? Yesterday we went.
There he
through
goes.
And we like
Who's this
rehearsed
blue-haired
this,
guy?
Like, practiced it.
That's Nico,
and everything was
remember?
moving
Oh, look at that.
smoothly.
He's in
Now we're
repping
here,
the
we're
Daybreak
forgetting about
t-shirt.
Paul Jajo.
yes.
Hey
So-
guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Not too bad.
New programmer, eh?
little off our game, but
Yes.
that's
It's all
fine.
right.
You love it. Okay, so Paul, if you want to introduce yourself to the wonderful PlanetSide community,
We love it.
and
now
tell
we're
us
wonderful. We're not salty
are-
now.
how long you've been on the team, where you've worked prior.
Mhm.
Yeah, hit it.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Jajo. I've been in the industry for 6 or 7 years now as a programmer. I started off at Reactor Zero. They did a lot of simulation stuff for the government, so game adjacent, but they definitely had a lot of game industry vets found that place. A lot of the Outrage game guys, if you are interested to look that up later. From there, I went to S2 Games and worked on Heroes of New Earth for like 5 years.
Dang right.
I wrote the bots for that.
And that was before it became Frostburn.
Yes. So Heroes of New Earth originally was at S2 Games, and then after a couple of years, it transitioned to be its own studio, Frostburn Studios.
Can you imagine if they
Switch
forgot
still doing
about him
great
and he
work
was
over
just
there.
stood there
Still
the whole
got a lot
time?
of friends out there.
That would have been so
about
good.
A little bit more than a year ago.
Oh, and wait a
I
minute,
came
like they got
down
like
to
5 minutes
sunny
left at the end.
California,
Oh, we got this
to work
programmer guy.
Daybreak on PlanetSide 2.
Yeah.
And I'd played a fair amount of PlanetSide 2 prior to joining the team. NC. Lots of light assault.
NCA.
Lots of
Plays NC.
interesting vectors to attack
Explain
from for
that
that.
there, guys.
Faction do you play?
Yes.
It's Nico's twin. It's Nico in disguise.
I feel like
Oh, not a fan?
we have one
Conspiracy
representative
theories
for each
time.
faction here. You main TR pretty hard, right?
What? No, I main VS. Let's
Really?
be honest. Yes, I main VS, just like you, Nick.
All right.
If it helps, most
Wow.
of the testing I do is on TR.
Yeah.
Do they all
Yeah.
hate TR or something?
So
Yeah.
far,
They
Well,
tested
there's
on TR to
This
make
is
sure it
why
works.
you're-
like so
shitty.
jump jets, jump forward. We've got
Yeah, so,
a grenade
you worked,
that
For everybody
and
else.
repairs
Heroes of
stuff,
New Earth, by the way, I
and a
played
new
that
programmer.
A lot.
So three
so
things.
actually, when I got here, I was.
We're waiting for the big
I
one
didn't
yet.
know about Paul. He was
I thought-
here
isn't this the
in
big one?
yeah, it's
Nah,
California
he's not.
before me.
This
Yeah,
guy's not
and
the big one.
So when I got here and learned about his story,
Okay,
I
so
was
he's
kind of
not
excited
fake. We got it.
because Heroes of New Earth was there was a lot of time spent in that game for me,
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
likewise.
it's really good.
It's really good.
It's probably one of the
They
better.
solved a lot of problems that other games in that genre either took later or
Yeah.
still haven't solved.
Look at that shirt
Yeah.
by Nick.
Doing a lot of good work there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I
played
like Nick's shirt.
I think like 1,300
He's just
hours.
he's
of
just
it.
come back from like
Yeah,
Tenerife.
Nice.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's,
right.
that's a
Lot
lot
of-
of frustration
a lot of time there.
involved.
But you know,
He's
I
probably
find it
wearing
to be pretty similar to
sandals with
PlanetSide
socks
2
there,
in
too.
the sense that it's got
I
a
wear
very
sandals and socks
passionate
all the time.
player
Jeremiah.
base. You know, they are
It's
very
hip
particular
now,
about what they
Nathan.
like, and
Yeah, but you have to wear pants too.
definitely
Not just.
Oh,
like
shit.
huge fans of the developers.
That's rough, man.
Right, guys?
I know.
All huge
Yeah.
fans.
Coxmas actually just
Yeah, I
said
know.
that he's
Yep.
a huge fan of you.
1 a.m.
Oh, no
Um,
kidding.
well,
Cool.
mine's 12:15 a.m.
Right on.
Yeah, you can probably find a video of me on YouTube somewhere. So good luck with that. But
Cool.
So
All right.
Shall we move on to the reveal of what's going on with the continent?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure, why not? So
on.
continent locking
Finally.
is traditionally, and by traditionally I mean it's just on this way on live, is done by gathering VP, and then you get enough VP, and then the continent locks. Well, that has unfortunately been causing a lot of surprise continent locking. You'll be in the middle of a fight, and then just it'll suddenly lock. I mean, you won't be able to. There's no. It's not like a punctuated victory. It kind of just feels like it's interrupted.
What, we have to knife the continent now?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that
That's gonna
happens
be
more
hard.
often.
Knife
than
until you lock
Some
the
of that is
continent.
I knew
due
they
to
were
construction,
OP.
as players have pointed out time and time again.
You have to get to the
Because
center of the
hives
continent
will
and
take up
knife him.
cordium or refine the cordium and then take up VP. And same thing, actually, alerts were giving a VP as well, and it wasn't a really wasn't
Dude,
kind
go
of
back to the knife. It's more
I wanna
OP
say
than
like
that gun is.
cohesive
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
there wasn't a nice arc to
That's a nice gun.
the
Yeah,
narrative
yeah,
of each
I've been using
continent.
that
You
You
should-
can
recently.
yeah,
shoot the
that's
continent, but it'll take
Very
you
well
like 5
said.
times
Yeah,
longer.
you should be able to log in, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just let the
understand
programmer
where
guy speak,
the
Ralph.
current state of the continent is, and just what your
Here's what he's-
objectives
you
will
know
be
what he's saying.
to actually lock that continent, and actually care about locking a continent. So some of that
Warp gate.
is receiving some adjustments.
Reasons to fight.
Please tell me, just
Are you?
can you please tell me,
okay.
Ro, that you'll let us attack
So
a warp
where's
gate,
Nick?
take the warp
Right
gate,
here.
and that
Okay.
would lock a con. Because if you do,
Actually, you know
I'll
what?
play the game.
Okay,
more.
so I'm just going to go to the map screen. So some of the things that we changed is that now
Here we go.
victory points are it's done very it's very straightforward. In order to lock a continent, actually before I get to that, in order to lock a continent, you now need to hit 10 VP. They're not VP anymore, but they're just points. You need to hit the maximum number of points, which is 10 for all the continents, and once you do that, an alert will trigger, in which case the triggering faction will need to defend territory. And if they can defend enough of the territory, it's like an adversarial alert,
kinda
in which
cool.
case it pits the other two factions against you.
Still
Yeah,
not
so
as good
Oh,
as
you're
warp gate.
screwed
You
then.
are
That
able
just
to
means the
defend
other
enough
two
of the
territories are gonna
territory,
hammer
Yeah.
you.
the continent locks in your
Exactly.
favor. If you fail,
That
then
always
the
happens.
continent does not
You're
lock.
going to
So,
fail, though.
nice
because
and
they always
straightforward,
email us
and,
anyway.
It's certainly easier to
What the hell is this
understand
guy-
exactly what's going on as you jump in.
Yeah, the victory point system was it was kind of a checklist
Bring
of
the
just things
programmer
that
on.
you
But you're definitely
could
going to
do,
fail if the other two.
and
If the other two
Exactly.
just have to defend against you or
it
attack
also
you.
it looked too
A
much to the
VS
past.
okay,
Right? So
a
if you
Beetlejuice and a
were
Godsaw
like opening a
teaming
continent
against you with a
and then you
butcher,
rush down
not a
the
good
warp gate,
idea.
and then you get
No.
points.
Not
Okay,
really
What does that
sure.
mean? Because then you lose your link, and then it doesn't reflect the current state of the continent again. So instead of having this checklist, it's a very straightforward way to generate or to use your points
Dude.
to lock the continent. Man, I'm
Double
really off
teaming is
point
more
today.
faction
Man,
concern
Jesus.
than
Okay,
chat.
To
all right.
support the war effort.
Got it. I got this.
But it's
Okay.
it's more representative of the living state of the continent and trying to make it clear exactly where things are going and how
Makes no
far
sense,
along.
though.
I think they could have done
That
with script in
progress
this
is-
before
Yeah,
they came
absolutely. So
It's illogical. It's
the ways to do this
illogical
right to
put
to
two
get
up against
the
one.
10
It's
VP
not
has
gonna
actually
work.
been
There's not
changed
enough
as well.
players to defend.
So we are, you can see up here at the top
There's
of the
not enough
map,
players at all.
the path to victory is defined by
Oh,
getting
Jesus.
8 points, up
Points.
to 8 points rather, through territory control, and then the other 2 points are generated through hives. So using
Maximum
the
of 2
construction
points
system
through hives.
to generate
Okay,
the
so it's got a
only-
max.
the only permanent VP
Right.
is kind of like the second piece to that puzzle. So territory matters a lot.
Okay, so you
Matters
got
a lot now, and then
8
once you
for
start the alert,
territory.
then it matters even more because that's
2
that's
with
all
hives.
that determines the win or the loss.
So you have
So
to have
you'd have
hives,
most
and you
of the
have to
territory-
give
you'd have to
yeah.
have most of the
But just to
territory by the
clarify
time the
that,
alert's
Okay.
Definitely, hives are required to actually activate the alert, and then they're also important because they're the only ones that are generated.
And that activates the alert.
And if you manage to, if the other two teams manage to stop you from capturing the continent via the alert by taking territory away from this team that's in the lead, that will cause those generated VP that they got from the hives to be wiped out.
Right.
So they
Okay.
have to actually build.
And
up
then they got
towards
to
that
build up
again,
with
and
the
it gives
hives again.
two
Okay.
factions a
Dude, the
chance
thing is
to-
though,
I
they
get
want to
it.
I like
claim
the
some
idea of
territory
warp
during the
gating
alert.
somebody,
Gives
taking
them
the
a chance
enemy's
to sort
warp
of
gate.
swing the
I
tide
like
back
that
in their
idea.
direction
Yeah.
and
I
think it'd be
start
better.
the alert for themselves,
Mhm.
trying to capture the continent.
So it's a
Absolutely.
combination of both territory control and
I
construction.
just want to fight at a warp
If
gate.
you
Exactly,
get as
that's
much
exactly
what I'm
territory as,
saying.
as the system allows, you'll have 8, and then you'll need 2 points from construction. But if you're still only able to manage, say, 6 points like we have right now, you can generate the rest of that through construction.
Really?
Wait.
No.
No, you,
Yeah.
No,
you
no,
can
no,
only
no. no.
generate
Well,
two
we
through
cap it out
construction.
at 2.
2.
Oh, we cap it at 2.
Yeah, there was an earlier version. No, we've
My
kind of
mistake.
They
yeah,
haven't
we-
informed
we
the programmer what's
debated
going on.
through a little bit of information. No, it has.
Wow.
And
Jailbreak
so
games. We don't
we
inform
right
our
now
program.
Yeah.
construction is
The programmer has no clue.
in order to
Even
get
though he
the
programs
last
the
2
game.
VP and the
2 and 8.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So the
Yeah.
points that reset
Yes.
is only
Why am
the
I
ones
capture
generated
free
by the
territories?
hive. So you
Yeah.
if you lost the alert,
That's what it's meant to be.
They're actually
then
confusing
you
themselves.
probably don't have 8 territory points anymore. You probably have 7 at the minimum, or at the maximum. But you now have 0 from your hives. So you need to
Just got my
either
confusion
Capture more
face on.
territory and
make
build
hives
more
again,
hives.
or they need to start generating again.
right. So there was a question that came up on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
I like how we just all pause and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
have
I haven't
to
even
read
seen
it.
this alert yet.
Yeah. So okay, let's go through this again.
Okay.
But it has received a number
is
of
rough,
iterations,
boys.
and there's also
Yeah.
the opportunity to make further adjustments depending on the feedback from the community. But again, so territory gets you a certain amount of VP, and then it's always in flux because territory is always in flux. The only permanent aspect of this is through hive generation. Once you get
Hives.
the points,
Yeah.
then you have them. And provided you have enough territory, then you trigger the alert on the continent.
Nico
If your
just
faction
said, "Need
fails the
more
alert,
salt in chat."
the continent doesn't lock, and those Cordium VP get stripped from you, which that setback allows the other 2 factions to kind of
Get
get
it.
their
Could take a
turn
long
to
time to
shine.
lock continents.
So
Yeah.
I do say that construction is required, but honestly,
what if
enough
there's 2
players
continents
play
open at
construction
once?
to where you
And since
should
there's-
yeah.
be
if there's 2
a
continents open at once, what are we going to do? Because there
you
won't
should
be
never
enough
feel
players
compelled.
to defend.
I think to
If
play
one
construction.
faction
I
goes
think
to
there's
one
another
continent, they're gonna win
enough
that
players who do that just naturally.
It makes
that
no
it'll-
sense at all.
It'll always
So
kind of
they'd
work
have
itself
to
Still
out.
goes
the
cap a
cap.
continent
But
too.
it does give you the
Exactly.
opportunity
You'd
to
have to
either,
up the
if you
cap
want to
for
take
the
that
continent.
territory, to stop
So it'll be like
the
1,000
opposing
people before
factions
another
from
continent
reaching their
unlocks.
maximum
You know what I'm
VP, you can
saying?
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to squash hives, it now matters more than it used to.
Yeah, because there's no longer.
Okay.
You can't just build a bunch of hives and generate all your VP that way.
Haha.
It's just.
Better get
2
used in
points that
there,
can be
Mark
generated
said.
anyway. And so,
Stay open for days.
So nice and easy. I know how to explain it twice.
the
That's
panel
horrible,
you're
right?
showing certainly doesn't help. That's being
Yeah.
re-engineered right now to make it a lot more clear what's going
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna say.
Right, I probably should have pointed that out earlier, but again, the system will be going to test. It will be a little bit different on test, I believe, than we're showing on
Oh, yeah.
main.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to iterate on it after the fact, of course.
Yep.
But get out my face, Nick.
Hey,
Yeah.
Um,
that was
Wow,
nice.
murder.
so for the purposes of showing off what happens when you do lock a continent,
What happens when you lock a continent? Here it goes.
It's gonna be the
I'm gonna
airstrike.
just lock it real fast.
Orbital
So
strike.
if TR were, to example, have locked the continent.
Yeah, here we go.
Actually, okay, let me start over. If right now I'm locking the continent just to have the maximum number of maximum amount of territory, so that we can quickly finish
Metagame.
this alert. So the alert pops up. If you were to hit the continent's VP, it says Indar Superiority for TR, Indar Enlightenment for VS, Indar Liberation for NC, and then you can see on the tab screen. Oh wait, okay. Actually, let me show this off. Oh, look at that! It's no longer in your face when you're trying to shoot
that's
people.
nice.
Like
Good.
Nick. Yeah.
Just keeps
Like
telling
Nick,
me.
man.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, but the tab screen also shows.
Nick's a bit easy to kill, to be honest.
It's broken right now because I locked the
He needs to
continent
get
a lot.
good.
Jeez, Rel's going
Actually,
into
I like
hardcore
hitting
on
on the
this
alert
guy.
barrels. Fun things happen. Okay, so if you look at the very bottom,
What
the
if Nick
war
just
effort
rages?
is shown. The VP.
All of
It's
a
only
sudden.
saying 0 because I have
Salty
the
vet.
continent locked. should
Oh,
do
man.
this a little bit differently.
Come on,
Yeah,
man, this is
and
bullshit.
also
He was like
indoor
400 meters away
superiority
shooting
it's
me through a
shown there. It
mountain.
says TR need at least 41%
Wasn't even looking at
territory
me.
control, and that's the wind state of the continent. So very self-explanatory, easy to access with the tab screen,
Wow.
which has
Gonna get
been
epileptic fit here.
it's been kind of a pain point for a long time, just having to hit M and then go check on your VP. Okay, you know, what do I need to do? You bring the list down, and then you
Hey, Billy
yeah,
Bob.
then you go back to playing the game. So yeah, much easier now. So if the continent, or if TR were to win the alert, and again, I just have the continent locked for the.
Just show us the
just to
orbital
have all
strikes.
territory and quickly lock this out so we can all see. Let's see. So the alert ends,
1, 2, 3. Here it goes.
and then
Yeah.
everything dies.
Everything dies.
Well,
It is.
not if you won.
Yeah, TR doesn't.
Right.
And your
Only Nick
frames
dies.
too,
Wow, you were
boys.
super glowy.
ISO 4 reward.
There's a little reveal there too.
What is this?
ISO 4 reward.
There
What's
was
going on
there was
there?
a question of how long does the alert
too. That's
last?
dope.
Oh,
The
what is
alert
that in the
lasts
sky?
For 1
Ship in the
hour.
air. That's a ship,
That's
dude.
a full hour
Mhm.
of having to fight over the control of the.
That's the same
Yeah,
ship
over
they
territory.
showed
Right. So
off
previous alerts
a while back.
had lasted
I
like
know,
2
it's
hours.
dope.
I can't remember. I think they may have gone down to an hour and a half at some point.
Dude, that is
But
so cool.
an hour is
Yeah.
we can tune it up or down based on feedback again.
So they're
Yeah,
giving
but
you
to
an
the
hour
carrier.
to retain your
I'm detracting
40% of the territory that you took.
Go out there and die, Nick.
All right.
Go sit under one of the red beams of death. And no, it's too late.
Okay.
Too late. Well, now we have to do something else.
Fire it off again. Oh, do a NC one.
Wow.
Oh, and you can show the.
What was its name?
The scoreboard there. Now that it's
They
on.
had.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there going to be
there we go.
different colors
See?
for the different factions? That's
Got
my
that.
question.
I watched a
Go on.
video recently. They covered it, didn't they?
Got numbers.
Mhm.
And the continent's reset. So if we were to
Golden E-Man's got a good video on it.
if we were to lock it to NC
Oh,
just
boy.
so that it's all blue.
Metagame.
It's a good color. Blue.
Dang right.
So when they lock the continent,
So it is
Indoor
gonna be
liberation.
Bastion, that's it. Yeah.
Again, that's the NC's alert.
When someone locks the continent,
And we
So, and just to be
And-
clear, this is also happening a little out of order. Is the alert would happen and then the continent.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
doing this because
this is serious. This is
because
live.
we need to add
Say
them
it,
to
Rel.
control
Say
just
that we're
to
salty
show it
vets.
off
Yeah,
quickly.
make it easy.
This is
to
like we're
show off.
we're doing a live
Yeah.
reaction.
So
Yeah,
the
it's-
Oh, look at this.
what we call internally is the meltdown system. Yes, go run,
I'm
run,
trying,
to,
I'm
go run to
trying.
the red beam. It's calling towards you, Nick.
ISO 4 reward. How much
Oh,
ISO 4? Or is it
vaporizer.
just?
Actually, I'm
500?
I'm TR, so I'm dying too. no.
Oh, so those orbital strikes have
yes,
like
the
massive,
alerts are gone, for now.
Mhm.
So,
That's awesome, dude.
This system
Massive
replaces the
radius on
existing
them.
alert system, and,
So it'll
Right.
just kill
we will
everybody on the
be,
Yeah,
continent.
yeah, just
probably
wipe out the
adding back
continent and go
some of
clear
those
off.
alerts, but they'll be coming back in a different form.
So yeah, if you want, I could talk
just
about some
teabagged
of the
Nick.
technical
my
stuff that
God.
needed to happen to make this possible.
Here we go.
Yeah, sure. And then after
Technical
you're done,
stuff.
We'll talk a little about rewards because that's what I'm
Let's
most
just focus
excited
on that. He
Mhm.
just
Absolutely.
teabagged
Hey,
Nick.
before we get to
seriously.
that, I kind of wanted to just mention because so this does replace alerts, like Nick said, and that was a question that was brought up in chat. And it's not to say that we don't want
You lock the continent.
alert style gameplay to happen, but
You get
this
given
system
ISO
will
4
we'll have to replace it for now.
And decals.
If we
and decals, and then
yeah, if we
the
end up
orbital
doing,
strike wipes off
alerts in the
all of
future,
your
it won't be
enemies.
stuff that,
So you might as well just then you just
like
spawn on
events
the
that
next one
sort of-
anyway.
Yeah.
They shape
Keeps
gameplay
people
to
from-
make you
My
play in a
question
different way.
is, if it
Actually,
Did they
the
give you, like,
prototype
the-
alert
will they finally
was
let
on
you get
PTS, and
skins
that was kind of
stuff
some
from it?
experimental
Because that'd be
stuff.
nice.
Maybe.
for
Did they give you like
But,
da.exe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
stay tuned for something like that. But as far as random
That'd
alerts,
be nice. I
it's
wouldn't
not
mind that
happening
one.
anymore. This is kind of the system that
They give
is,
you
in
invincibility for
place
an hour.
because we like the fact that alerts kind
DA.exe?
of drive you toward a
Yeah.
very
Oh, wow. That's
strategic
messed
look
up.
at the game, and do so in a time frame, which you
Yeah,
you can
pretty
log
good.
in.
No,
You can
reading
This is
time.
pretty good.
kind of play for your session. If you want to trigger an alert, you'll know that we need this amount of territory that we can trigger it,
Yeah,
and then
looks
you'll
like
be
me
able
and you're
to
actually gonna be on
say,
a
okay,
test
this is going to last for
once
an hour.
It's on test.
Is on
yeah,
test
you'll know
test
how
now?
to, or what
Is it?
happens, right?
I don't
How
know.
long
No,
is it?
I was
Smile
asking.
is pissing me off.
Probably not.
Think
After the
something
stream,
cool.
they should. They
And,
probably upload it to
yeah,
the
so
test server.
just that sort of structured gameplay, it
He
kind of
looks so
harkens back to
unenthusiastic, dude.
match-based
Who's this?
play with other
Nick,
games like Battlefield.
look at
and that
him.
sort of thing.
Nick
So,
just wants to get to the
we do like
rewards because he wants to play the game.
structure that it creates, and it makes people.
Look at his
play
face.
super
He's like,
competitive,
I'm gonna
which
get
is
on
what
and I'm
we
gonna
want you
shoot
to
some
do
mans.
now, like as much as possible.
No,
Wait a
dude,
second.
it's like I'm gonna
we're
run
kind of
away
bringing
because
back
Rel keeps
the territory
TKing me.
meta in 2017. So
Just said it makes
yeah,
people
Nick,
play tactical.
or Paul. Sorry.
What's
He's
tactical
next,
about this
Yep,
game?
has invested a lot
Just
of,
get rid of
time developing
the,
the system, and it
lattice
seems
system,
on the
it's not gonna be
surface
tactical.
like it's something that we could have just like done, because the changes were like visually. It doesn't seem maybe like a whole lot, but there was a lot that
There's a
got
lot going on in
restructured.
the-
Yeah,
in the
so let's talk
background
about
there.
that.
Here we go.
One thing that you did not mention that's really my favorite part of the critical mass meltdown stuff is that it's really going to drive combat to different areas than you're used to seeing. You know, with it being on a particular zone, I think that a lot more players are going to get involved on those side zones that they haven't maybe experienced, like a huge battle on a particular area or anything like that.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
I'm excited to see big battles on areas that
Why
normally
do
I
they
don't.
look all? They all look
Yeah,
so,
and actually
like,
the just
depressed.
by virtue of having
Only
going
Paul
to look
looks somewhat excited
by
to be
virtue
there.
of
Paul's new.
the strategic gameplay that allows you to
He's a new
cut
guy.
off.
And they just
allied
gave him that
territory.
T-shirt, so
That
he's all
is
happy.
something that kind of didn't have a whole lot
Didn't
of.
have to do wash this week. I
gusto
got a
to
new
it, like it was a
T-shirt.
mechanic when you
Have
cut
to do
off
the laundry.
I'll put it in
territory,
the chat if anybody
that removes it
wants to
from
watch
the
it live or direct.
So
Then
if you want
guys
to
can.
just kind of
Once he
take
meets
away
some of the
someone's impending
salty
victory,
vets, dude,
like
he's gonna
that
be
is easy
done.
for you to do. So
He's just like, ah, dude.
at a
And then you
tactical
probably
level,
can check
I
back on
think
that link
the
or on
squads
this
and
live
the,
stream like later on, and you can
organized outfits are really gonna have a heyday with this.
go over it
So,
again.
We're really
Watch
hoping
the
it's
bits
going
back.
to help players get organized a bit better and focus them, because that's tends to be the most enjoyable stuff, at least for me.
Yeah, I think so too. Get away from that that farm mentality a little bit.
Farming?
What
Everyone
Yeah.
knows that
farm
team
mentality? I don't know what
play
he's
in
talking
games
about.
OP.
Can't farm, you're gonna lose half your player base.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So the only way to really, or the way to be competitive for capturing these continents is to take advantage of that team play OP-ness as much as possible.
Team play OP.
He plays OP.
Really?
I
yeah,
knew
just
it.
Coordinate your efforts, and if you are off farming
so
somewhere,
Does that mean we actually get
There's
medics?
two of them.
We get
I
medics?
looked away to
Uh,
talk to somebody, and all I heard
we'll
out
get
of his
into the
mouth was
reward-
penis. So
were
what
you
did
done
he
on
say?
the technical? Oh no, I hadn't
Yeah,
even
we
started.
OP-ness. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's
I
raffle.
was very
let-
Nice.
do more of the Yeah. raffles in this chat.
He does that in the video.
And you don't need to type.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Don't
type
need to
anything.
type, we got you
I
covered.
thought he
There
finally
is.
snapped the rail.
All right, so
He
the
said team
meltdown
plays a
system,
penis.
the critical
Oh,
mass
God,
system
Dude, I know,
was
right?
an
I have to deal
overhaul
with you all
of the
day,
alert
man.
system.
I know.
I
We
love-
already had
Kinda
this
going too
cool
far here.
event-driven system on the world
Oh,
level
it's
that
pretty
sits
purple,
above all the
guys.
And then the
continents
Bastion and
to
fleet
try and
carriers
decide
appear
when
in the
things are gonna
sky,
happen.
and
so
loads of
we
beams
took
come
advantage
down.
of
like
that
My
and
Little
kind of
Pony
created
over
a
there?
Yeah,
What
ISO
the
4
hell?
reward,
new
and
type of
decal,
alert for
or
this that
sometimes a
we're-
decal.
We're using that one exclusively for the system.
That ship is cool, though. I want to fight on
To
those.
control what is locking.
I want to know what that
continent.
does to my frame rate.
Take a Valkyrie up there. and
Originally, it was kind of an
attack the ship.
automatic thing,
Yeah, it'll
going
be
Is-
like that.
and
It'll be
is
like
that
Battlefield
optimized?
2,
control of the world and
like
control
the
of
original
the
Battlefield.
Yeah,
alert
yeah, yeah.
system.
Shitty. Not shitty,
Yeah.
We also,
The main
to
question
get some of
is,
these
is
nice
it
flashy
really
bits,
optimized?
Yeah,
we expanded the
Does that
the
say
scripting power.
God in the bottom right of
it
the
does.
screen?
He's got God mode on.
Runs,
Wow.
the Lewis scripting engine.
I think
on
it
top
says
of
God,
It
God,
says
God,
God,
and then
God.
oh my
more
God in the middle.
accessible, easier to iterate with,
It
so
does,
that
yeah.
our designers can really get in and try a bunch of stuff out, and
Kind of underneath the chat.
be able to like quickly iterate on a bunch of cool stuff that they wanted. So part of developing this was expanding that, and
Hey, Nico.
we're always looking for
Raffle!
opportunities to
Hello.
invest in.
Raffle!
Everyone's in it for the
things that'll
raffle.
benefit us in the
Raffle!
future, on the
Uh,
programming side, that is.
Right. Yeah.
So-
when
so-
we implement
That's Nico 101.
some code-based features, we always have to look
Yeah,
to the
thanks.
future,
Mhm.
right?
Suck a
And
dick,
also,
Oh,
like
no.
we want to get kind of like Paul said. with the
Mate, what do you think so far?
We want to give more power to the designers
Mhm.
because
Looks like
Good time
something
is
out of
very
fucking Call of
valuable.
Duty, mate.
design
Yeah.
is valuable too.
Yeah.
That's what people
it's
want.
very valuable.
Yeah, right.
The fuck?
But we yeah,
They
we
all
definitely
look
have
pissed
some
off half
limitations,
the
and when
time.
you increase
fucking great.
the power
It's
that
an
design
improvement, though,
has,
isn't it?
it allows us
Oh,
to
he's already
spare
fucking-
going on
so
He's already
much
dropped
more
a
than
Saki
that.
comment,
it,
though,
it
hasn't he?
frees up the programmers
He already
to
dropped a
focus on
Saki
other
comment,
aspects
like,
so that we
the
can do other
wonderful
cool things while they're
PlanetSide
doing
2
cool
community.
things and
Like,
more
I bet
cool
you
Oh,
none
things.
of
yeah.
them are wearing
I
pants.
All the
mentioned
cool
that.
things.
Yeah.
I mentioned that. He's like, oh,
So outside
now
of that,
he calls us.
I made a bit of changes to the
Fucking piece
reward
of shit.
system, so that we
Sweet.
can have lovely
Four bits
rewards
unrotated.
when you
1,200
finish
people
the
watching,
event.
mate. That's all the people that
Whether you
fucking
win,
play
lose,
PlanetSide.
or you get a bit of a-
Some of them are
It's
watching
rough.
twice.
Oh.
you will get cool
Someone
stuff.
watching on
And
two
it's
screens.
dependent on
Let's be honest, Nico. I think we all
how
have,
much
like,
you have
3 computers
participated
up playing
during
it.
the alert.
Lodestar.
By that we
Different
mean
accounts and shit.
how much
Are you
time
not
you
streaming
spent
anymore?
in the zone.
I team
Yeah, I am.
Fighting
Oh, you're
and
streaming.
contributing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
29
and
people
so
watching.
you can't
Oh,
just
no.
jump in at the last
You've been
second
talking shit on
to get
stream.
your reward.
I've been
You have to have
bamboozled,
contributed
mate.
a
I thought you
certain
stopped your
amount.
Battlefield.
And
Hey, Ro,
so
when
Oh,
is
there's
that we're
we
doing
can
like-
talk about
when's
the
that going on?
the types
My
of rewards
name's
that you get.
my
Yeah, let's
name's
do that. So,
Renzo.
rewards now are they're kind of tiered.
Yeah,
in,
when are you gonna
a
add
few different ways
quote-unquote
based on
Renzor's
who
emblem,
triggered
Rel? Because I
the
actually
alert.
want
Added to
that.
PC.
Who,
Yeah.
and whether that faction.
We'll talk about programming right now. I guess no one cares.
There's
Hey
about,
there,
like, 3
folks.
tiers. So if
We
your
don't do
faction
decals for
triggers
individuals
the
because
alert
they're
and
cancer.
locks the
You know.
continent,
Oh wow.
you get.
That's fucked
Well,
up.
actually, everybody gets
Cancer,
ISO.
man.
That's fucked up, bro. But Nico
Yeah.
asked
So we got the light soak and
Everybody
forward jumping.
So that being
Are
the
you going
like
back
jump
on
jet.
your word, Rel?
that
So-
being
And then
the
we got-
Shall we
currency
find
that
the
lets you
anti-
iteration
no.
of
Plants, and I
accepted
think
on the
you
Player
can,
Studio?
buy
Hold on,
Yeah.
let's have a look.
A repair grenade
So
Yeah.
that you can
wait,
throw
so
at maxes and stuff.
Players have been
Nico,
asking.
didn't he say that it'd
Um,
be fine, though? Or
Then you got a new programmer, which is the guy in the middle.
Time getting,
Paul,
implants
can't
is
pronounce
I
his
think
second
Rel
name.
just said
And,
Drax
ISO
is an
4, actually,
anti-boy,
the
but
ISO 4
I
recycler
can't
that we
quite
have
tell
in
because you
Something
guys are
like
talking
that.
about it.
It has a higher chance of getting a better implants, or rather the more the less
Yeah,
common
I
ones.
think a couple people noticed that.
Yeah,
Soft
yeah.
flow.
I have to bet in chat.
So that's again, it just gives you another path to getting there that doesn't
Username or
require you spending.
password. Oh, it still says
specifically.
accepted.
And it's
Decal
important to
still
note that,
says
the
accepted
implant
on
system is a
Player
monetization
Studio.
system,
Must
so
be
we want to tune things
must be a thing.
conservatively
Hold
to
on.
the point where we don't
Let's
just
copy
break it
and
and then
paste
get
what
back to square one.
accepted says
So
into chat.
the
The game
Well,
is
jump jet's
actively
called.
working on this
the
item.
amount of
This
ISO that you get
means
from,
it's
these
included
alerts
into art
is,
refinements,
it's
optimization,
tuned
special
very
effects,
conservatively.
in-game
I'll
placement,
just put it like
quality
that. I mean,
assurance,
it's
testing on
significant
numerous other
benefit
activities.
for the people who
Accepted.
start the alert, win the continent.
No, it's a double
you
up.
win. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Repair
It's good.
grenades.
But we also don't want players to game the system
What are you talking
and
about
find ways
gaming
to
the
kind of
system, Rel?
just undermine the
You're being a
spirit.
dick.
Jump into the
of-
last second, just
Yeah.
like
Right.
Nobody hacks in PlanetSide.
Right, dude.
I don't know why it wants to double up on me, but here
Players
we
are
go.
very
Not-
creative,
not
trying to
playing
get what
with-
they want.
with the spirit of the
The
system.
woman?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the whole system is to try to make a better experience for everyone.
Yep.
So to that end, we're trying to we found ways
See, they
to
removed the victory point
avoid
system.
exploits and that sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
And the
You
first
know what I
way.
wanted,
Yep,
Nico?
the
I
first,
wanted to
as I mentioned before,
gate, so we could
the
actually make use of a warp
alert
gate.
tracks
It make
progress. It
perfect
tracks participation for each player. You know, how long you were in the zone, what you were contributing, that sort of thing, during the alert. So if you're there for the full hour,
Earn one
you
disappointing
you get
implant every
the
200
full amount of
alerts.
ISO. If you're there for half of it, you get roughly half of the ISO. And so that part is scaled. But for the other rewards you get, there's a certain threshold you have to reach in terms of like the percentage of time used.
Yeah, and I hadn't mentioned the other rewards just yet, but if you start an alert and then you actually finish, you lock a continent, you get a loot box as well. Loot box with
Drop screen
Well, I
shake
wouldn't
isn't a
call it
problem,
a loot
folks.
box.
well, it's not. We're not
Is he
selling it.
finally
From
gonna
a
get
collection
skins?
of a
Is he gonna give us
particular
free skins, those
set
sweet,
of-
sweet
We
CS:GO
call it a
skins?
loot basket.
A loot
It's just a
table.
little
A
loot
loot table.
basket,
Get on with
and
you
you just
fucking
get the things
dumbass.
out of it.
Oh.
No, the
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. I'm sorry. It's yes. Loot box does have some negative connotations, but we're not selling this. This is specifically actually this is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
What we want to do is make it so you as even a free player are going to get cosmetics.
Yep.
You're going to get
Thank you,
so
Rel.
decals and like
That's the
composite
one and only
armor
time I'm
and
gonna
like
say that.
All the stuff we
Composite
already have,
armor.
you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You've been playing
I
forever?
was playing with the system
Exactly.
yesterday, and I didn't know the composite armor was actually on the loot table, and I got it, and I was pretty surprised. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
So
that's
it's
kind of
like
cool.
A significant piece of cosmetic. It's
Yeah.
not just a
Especially if you're a new
yeah,
player.
so like
I'm happy.
free players, like this is your
I'm
first
happy with that.
opportunity to get something that would otherwise only be sold in the depot. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing in itself.
From a collection that we have picked out, it will randomly
What are they
select one of
doing?
those as long as you
They're
have
gonna give us
participated
skins
enough.
and items and shit
and
to
it's
customize a character to win the alert.
it's a different set
Like composite
depending
armor
on
and stuff like that. Nico.
whether you were the faction that
Yeah,
is
but I've got all
locking,
that.
or you
Exactly,
stopped a
but I
faction
don't.
from
Neither
locking and
do
you were
the
the
scrub.
higher
So,
between
yeah,
the.
we're good.
So if
Spend some
if
money in
say
PlanetSide, mate.
one faction starts the alert
They kinda screw
and
you
they
guys
get
over,
stopped
but
by
it's
not
great for
having
me.
enough territory between the two remaining factions, whoever has the largest territory control is considered the winner.
Right. Yeah. So he's talking about the mid-tier
Hey,
rewards.
folks, Rel here,
So
screwing over
only the people who
veterans.
lock the continent actually get the
Salted.
They get
loot
the
basket.
nicest selection.
Right. But everybody gets constellation regardless. Win, lose, doesn't matter. You're gonna get something, and that's gonna be in the form of ISO. So if you didn't start the alert and you had the least amount of territory,
Yep.
then you get the lowest reward. But so there are.
So that's going to be VS every time.
Actually, so there was a question in chat talking about the alerts possibly being too difficult to win, and actually this is something that we have seen in the past. There were adversarial alerts at one point, and I'll address that. Actually, make sure to make me address it.
It'd be a weird flip because right now what you see is that the weak faction is actually the one that gets targeted by the other two more powerful factions, and
Yes,
that's the way the
TR
game sort of
is
plays
getting
out
targeted.
usually.
Thank you for finally
live
mentioning
service
that.
right now, so.
Yeah, and also it depends on the map too. Like sometimes you just get stuck fighting a faction because there's like on Esamir, like the southeastern
Oh,
corner.
Esamir.
Like there's not enough ways to move around the map.
Can't
so
we just
that kinda
delete
gets-
that
Can we
map
just
for
lock
us?
Esamir?
Exactly.
It's my TR. I play
I
all the
will address
factions,
that.
so it's kind of...
But we
Yes.
were talking about.
But what
fun
were we
rewards.
talking
We
about?
just-
I
Fun-
got distracted
fun
by a
rewards.
whiteboard.
It
Fun
takes all the
rewards.
Jacob's
Okay,
TR
also,
mostly.
fun
Also,
rewards.
rewards.
These loot boxes, the baskets, loot. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't stay away from the loot
Collections
boxes.
My
of
message
loot
is being
Sorry.
checked by mods.
Free
Oh my
crap.
god.
Yeah, free crap.
I think I've been
So
flagged.
free
It's
crap.
not crap, it's cool stuff.
ban, mate. Get banned.
Free composite crap.
Too salty, mate.
So you can also get.
Okay.
There are.
TR is my
rewards
actual. It's
tailored
kind of
to
my main,
specific
but I
continents.
play them all
So
kind
if
of
you
equally.
like,
Oh,
say
man.
Esamir, maybe you get something that's
This is
Esamir
rough, boys.
specific. And actually, there's some stuff in the loot table that you aren't gonna find in the depot. And this is actually a really cool opportunity to like give
Ooh, rare
you
gear.
the things that we don't
Oh,
sell.
boy.
So
Rare-
it's kind of a cool
rare
thing,
gear in the
it's,
depot.
something to chase and motivates.
Not in the depot, in the loot
Oh,
boxes.
okay.
That's not
Alright,
available in the
Do you
depot.
want to talk about the 2v1ing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you talk
I'll hit
about
it real
the
quick.
2v1ing for
Okay.
a second?
Yeah, so one of the things that we can do, adversarial alerts in the past.
Got water there. Open the bottle.
Water. Adversarial alerts in the past have kind of focused.
Do you have to get Paul to open it
I should
for
probably
you?
crack open.
He does.
Thank you, Paul.
I'm very helpful.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh,
Yeah,
Paul's helping
they
you
have
guys.
kind of focused the attention
Now we know how
is
Paul
like
got
a-
hired.
Hey there,
Right.
folks.
of the other two factions.
Fucking
Well,
giving it,
well.
giving the good old
Factions
fucking
in the
reach
corner.
around.
And that's still going to be kind of a possibility, but if it proves
What's
too
in the new
difficult,
update
we'll
today?
attention, we'll monitor this. If it proves too
I'll
difficult,
probably have
you
to cover it at
actually
the
can't
end
control it. If the
again.
continent rotations are too slow.
How long is this
we
meant
can
to go on
always
for?
reel in the amount of territory control
Straight
that you
vodka.
need to
Until
actually
Rel
have.
finishes.
So that it makes it much more feasible to like just being the first one there is actually a really good thing
don't
because
even
it
have
still
any
gives you a
more.
great opportunity to lock the continent.
The
For the
faction
PS4,
that
I'm not
is
sure.
locking is already in a position of power.
Right.
You know, they've
Yep.
already managed to
So-
control enough territory and
Except
have
the
enough
thing is,
stable
what if-
bases to
Okay,
lock
it
it.
doesn't
So
make
they're
any
already in a
sense,
good
yo.
position.
Right.
All they have to do is hold that position.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
So-
we already make it so the amount of territory that you need to get 8 VP is done in such a way that it is pretty high. So all the factions are going to be playing kind of
So
try
the
hard
VS
just
is
to
gonna win
get
over
that
and
to
over
trigger
again.
the alert in the first place. And again, you are starting from a position of power, so you're not setting yourself up for failure. And that should be a good way. I think we
Yeah,
have some tuning knobs to kind of
I think
play
it's
with
going to make for some really interesting fights. And
yeah.
Okay.
you know, we're obviously paying a lot of attention to what's going to be going on the public
Somebody
test
just
as
asked
it,
in
when
chat,
it comes out.
Why does the new
which should be pretty
programmer look
soon.
like a
Analyst on the
brony?
question mark.
Okay, so let me really quickly. I saw a couple.
Got it.
we're going to be able to adjust those values and tune it to something that's going to work best for everyone.
Yeah.
I saw a question about population control.
Yep.
We're definitely looking into ways to change the
Right.
way population control is handled, and especially with the release of this system.
Can
So-
you
Yeah.
like
So akin
create
to
sniper control? Sniper
the difficulty
population
Yeah,
of fighting
control?
multiple factions. The population is going to weigh very heavily into that. So we do have short-term solutions lined up, as well as long-term solutions lined up. I'm not going to talk too much
I asked
about
a very
that
good question
at the
in
moment
chat,
because
What?
but they're never going to answer
we
it.
have a couple options that we're
Sonic,
exploring right
Sonic
now,
the programmer. That's good.
that we're not really decided on like 100%. So,
Gotta go fast.
but that is going to be something that I think is necessary
Oh,
to release
man.
with the meltdown
yeah.
update. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely paying attention.
Yeah, people are asking about performance improvements
sort of
now. Like
covers
I
Yeah,
was,
good.
unlocking stuff that we wanted to cover.
but they're
Is there
not going to
anything that we
answer
forgot?
us.
Well, they were asking about, you know, how does a 2v1 match work? So the real question is, between the three of us, who would win at 2v1?
Really? You saw that come up in chat?
By, you know.
Wait,
Are you just intimidated because you know it's me?
Oh yeah, I'm intimidated.
Is the question which one of us could beat the other two?
Yeah,
I don't
clearly.
know. I don't think so.
You don't think I could take you guys?
Let's not even
no,
go down
both
this
of us.
route right now.
Really?
So,
Wow.
So let's do another raffle, and then we can take some questions. But
Yeah.
Gonna start wrestling or something.
So yeah, let's take some questions.
Yeah,
We
but I
don't
think
have
that's
pants
how
on, so
Paul
they
got
don't
in.
have to
Sounds good.
measure their
Yeah,
dick.
we're not going to
so.
do this awkward thing where we sit here and wait for
That's
your
how
questions.
Paul
Though.
got in, Drax. He wrestled.
What?
We might
I'm
do
not
that.
We might do
sure
that.
We might
what's
do
going on with that
But
chat.
there was
It's
a
acting
question
weird
about the
today.
analyst helmet that you guys were
Oh,
talking
Yeah,
about.
the
actually.
analyst helmet. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me. I was going to save this for the end, but yeah,
I was
we're
doing
gonna,
this earlier as well.
As Paul was saying, we're going to be taking this to
What?
You guys on your phone or?
our
guys are
PTS,
talking about the
our
analyst helmet.
test server. We were hoping to do that very soon.
You
we
haven't
should
got
be
the
able to do it
Twitch chat on
by
Jack.
the end of the week, hopefully. Maybe definitely by next week. And,
They're kind of
we're
all in
really
one,
hoping that
so-
you guys can get on there, test out the new systems. Definitely start finding like the weird stuff that we're
Yeah.
not seeing.
No,
Because it is a pretty
in-game-
major
their
change
Twitch
to
chat.
our alert system.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
major
yeah.
change to just how continents are locked. There's all
I
this
could pop it
reward
up,
stuff
but
that,
it's on the side.
we definitely want to
Probably won't be able
start
to read.
getting some
Yeah,
Let's
over
just
the other
spam
chat.
some
bugs
questions
around.
about performance,
So,
so they
yeah, get
actually
on there
answer our
and-
questions.
I'm
work it the way
spamming
you
about
guys do all
sniper
the time.
population
It's amazing
control.
some of the stuff you guys
Wow,
come up
that's
with.
good too.
Uh-huh.
Let's spam
And
together, Nico.
we are gonna
What was that gun?
people be
Oh!
able to reel back.
What
the-
about sniper population?
Just continue.
Yeah,
I
okay.
see.
The the main thing is to get on there, and we're going to be planning a public test.
Ah,
event.
okay.
And
Yeah,
so,
the
yes,
phone
people
probably
will be
does it.
getting
There's
another
something.
opportunity to get
Restream's
to
probably
the
updated.
analyst helmet.
Absolutely.
Just stay tuned to the PlanetSide Reddit. We'll,
Can get rid of that.
or not Reddit, but the Twitter. It'll get announced on the Reddit as well, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
News
But,
travels fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just we'll do our best to make sure there's multiple sessions. So depending on what region you're in, you'll be able to participate and get your chance to get on get this helmet.
If you
Thanks
wanted,
to
What
everybody
about-
who's been part of the
screenshot that
tests in the
picture
past.
and put it on the Reddit.
They've been
Get
incredibly
a
helpful.
million karma.
There's going to be some other changes coming to
On what?
PTS as well. We're,
That weapon that
starting to
popped
ramp
up.
on the combined
Yeah,
armor
yeah.
system, so we'll be interested in your guys' feedback on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Look like NS, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Was
Do
it
we have any
NS?
specific questions?
Yeah, it was. It was an
Ah,
OMG.
Yes.
Sure.
Performance,
Looks like it.
PS4 construction,
Talking
and
about
implants.
performance.
Okay. So as far as construction on PS4, we're that is related to performance. We're trying to improve performance on PS4. One
Really?
of the reasons
On
that the
PS4, who
PS4
cares?
update came out so much late, we were trying to get
PS4
them to
guys,
come
I
out
think,
much
but-
more in lockstep
Oh,
with
you.
PC.
Yeah.
Their performance
We
is
had
better
some
than
performance
They're all like
ours.
twelve,
improvements that were
weren't they?
coming to PS4. It turned
but
out
their
that those made
performance is
the
better than
They're like
PS4
12.
a little bit more unstable than we wanted
Rough,
it to
mate.
be. So we had to roll those
Wow.
back. It took us a little
The lead
additional
is gonna
time.
kill you.
So why am I telling this story?
Yeah.
Because we are trying to get performance to be improved to the point where we can bring constructions to PS4.
Yeah.
As far as the implants on PS4, that we're actively working on that right now.
Oh
I
my
would
God,
expect to see
Yamix
it
is
in,
asking
if
about
not
vehicle
the
hack.
next PS4 patch. but
Vehicle
the-
hacking, anything about
definitely
this. Yeah.
And
They're
Every
both
time.
things that we're very interested in bringing to PlayStation 4, and
They
you know,
probably
we're
blocked
actively
them like,
working
"Ah,
on
shit,
it. We're
not this
working hard
guy
on
again."
it.
Right. Parity is the goal.
And
Parity is still the goal.
Parity makes our
Oh,
lives
shit.
so much easier. Because,
307
we're,
seconds. I'm on
maintaining
slow
two
mode.
different
Have they
sets
lost,
of just
how many are they?
data for the game
1,400.
is,
They've
insane.
gained.
Yeah,
So-
there's
Oh,
too many
oh,
chances to
450.
you know
Bam.
for it's more
I
error
beat you,
prone
Nick.
for sure.
Yeah, and
What
the
the fuck?
two games function
Are you
differently
serious?
as well.
Why?
In little
You
respects.
want?
So yeah, parity is
What?
definitely something that we want. It's something
No,
that we're
they
pursuing. We
fucking-
are confident
You'll be able to talk
that we
again
can
in like
complete
4 to 50
the
seconds.
implant
What the
system.
hell?
Oh.
Making good progress on it so far.
Yep.
And yeah, that's something
I
that
beat you.
we don't want to give an ETA for
Haven't even been
just yet.
What'd you miss?
Nah,
Not just yet.
I'm not confident.
Ooh, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Delivery date for it, but
Right.
I wouldn't be
There's
surprised. if
Meps
it
is
came out the next
moderating
patch.
it.
I know that's surprising to
Yeah.
hear for
We wanted to be on the live
viewers
stream, but they said
sometimes,
no.
But, like development is like it's a very complex machine.
It's a
Trying
moving
to
target.
Yeah,
What?
just
You
trying
want
to
it to
make
be.
sure that everything works and
No
we
maps.
don't break existing things and you know, oh, but surprise, there was a thing that was written several years ago that is
they
totally
really?
messing this up now.
Fortunately, we've never done that. So
No.
we've never broken anything.
They said Meps,
Never,
you're too
never
ugly,
broken
mate.
anything ever.
I thought
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
So with the question came up in chat. Duplicates in the new loot boxes? No, No, except for actually, you know what? Consumables. You will get
Mhm.
consumables.
four.
So boosts are the big one.
Oh,
we haven't
boosts, that's
thrown
great.
in implants, but maybe later on down the line, those may be a possibility. So yeah, mostly boosts. You will
That 500 round
always
butcher's
get
not
a unique
happening.
item if
Mhm.
you don't get a
God
boost.
for that.
So
Well, yeah,
other
it'll
details.
give you
You should
something you
ask
can
about
use. If you
performance
already
issues
have
on
a
PC,
particular
because
item,
they're
it won't
blocking
be
me.
part of what it selects from.
Right.
And if it's a consumable, it will be in there.
This
So
will
you're-
be on
you're
the
always
channel
gonna be
later,
able to get
guys, so you can
something
check it
use.
out, or you can
Always
just go to the
All right.
actual Twitch page and
So,
check it out later on. That'll be.
Yeah. How you guys feeling?
I'll put that in chat
Got-
if any of you
Yeah,
guys want to
doing
watch
good?
it direct.
How,
Yeah,
how's,
this is-
how you guys doing
I
out
can't
there?
believe you hired a
Care about
brony.
these people. Yeah. So, let's pick up some more questions in chat. Any leadership changes? So, Nick.
And I'll take that one.
Okay. All right. I'll let you handle that one. All right. So, leadership is something that we, of course, feel is very valuable to the PlanetSide 2 experience. Actually, outfits in general and squad play. Again, team play is we're not nerfing it because it is super important. Leadership is something
yet.
that is the
That's
benefits
next
that
week.
need to come from leadership are somewhat UI intensive. And while we are getting a small portion of UI time, you know, here and there, we do want to focus on it at some point. But now is not quite the time. But yeah, we're very cognizant of the fact that leadership is a very important part of the game, and we'll continue to kind of move that direction, be it in incremental improvements or as larger.
So they're not doing anything technically.
And then the second question was about getting the camo that matches
Oh, yeah.
my Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
I've advocated for it many times.
Maybe someday.
I guess the exact pattern that's on my shirt is one that we're not comfortable using in the game. But
Really?
there's
Wow.
definitely
Why not?
a
Why not on
possibility
Hossin?
of having something that is very similar.
That's
to
the
not
my
question
even-
you're answering,
it's
not
not even
you know,
casual
like the
Friday.
performance issues on PC that
I
completely
had to wear the
cripple.
shirt
It's
to
cause
the
for
rest.
celebration.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like you're celebrating?
Yes. Yes.
I know my
yes.
morale has improved.
Yeah. Let's blow something up again. I'm gonna blow something up again.
Blow something up. That kind of attitude. They're not going to let you into the airports.
I'm just gonna do this for my own good.
Shit.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. So if you look up in the air, you'll see something somewhat familiar, I guess, from Shackle's videos mostly.
Yeah.
But Bastion Fleet Carrier is up there, kind of cruising in the sky, and we do have these scattered throughout. So, and this is over every continent, and they'll appear. They're more there just for atmospheric, kind of just to give you the feeling that, okay, when this faction wins, it's your time to kind of like.
Oh my god,
you
this
know,
fucking
Devastate
to
your
punctuate.
enemies.
Yeah, punctuate that
Spam
victory.
it.
Destruction.
Flip
It's pissing
tanks
me off.
and just like
Who's
kind
this?
of just
the
hopefully get
the
a
300
strike right on
seconds
somebody's
I have
face.
to reply. It's
Um,
ridiculous.
And it also
I know,
allows
right?
us to kind of
I'm
move
not
people onto the
spamming
next
everything. I
continent,
wait like
which
30 or 40
is,
seconds before I
it's
do a
kinda
thing, and
just
it fucking
helps
puts me
kickstart
back in
fights there
the
as
fucking
well.
300 seconds. It's
Yeah,
dumb.
so just about punctuating that victory.
It's a pretty
Yes.
pretty loud punctuation.
Loud punctuation, multiple punctuation marks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And then should we show the no?
You want to show the daimyo, Nick?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
No,
it's just the
actually,
way
that'll
it
probably
looks.
go to test too, to be completely honest. Yeah,
15
we had some
seconds, I guess.
concepts
Daimyo
like batting
is
around,
a
so
sniper rifle.
it would normally have been up on test sooner, but it's not
SX.
just yet because we revisited it, and the community is excited about the old leaked data mined string like
What's
forever
that?
ago.
Oh, I don't
And
know the
so
controller.
just
You want me to
so
zoom
that
Screen, yeah. So
There we
that's-
go.
There it
it's on big.
is.
But
there it is.
just so you guys know, when something is leaked, like data mined for like strings and stuff, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. Like that can change from there to when it actually gets released so quickly.
Yeah, names,
So,
features, like stats, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All of it is in flux until
Yeah.
we're happy with it, until
Yeah.
we're done iterating on it, and then we put it
Someone
out.
asked about ping
So
limits.
if something falls in
You
there,
what?
then it could be
When are they gonna
something
introduce
we've
ping
intentionally
limits?
planted in there
Ping limits,
to
okay.
mislead you.
Yeah.
Red herrings
Yeah,
You
you
know,
asked
and such.
about that. I'll ask
Maybe
about
we just
performance.
missed
Nico,
a
you just
letter or
spam
something
whatever you want.
somewhere.
Yeah, we do that too.
infiltrators, and they're going to remove
Yeah,
it.
So
When they're going to
It's a-
remove
it's some pretty cool
infiltrators.
stuff that
we get
Uh,
one more raffle,
Everything
and then,
covered,
Man.
boys. We got this.
we wrap up.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everybody for
Gamex again, I need
coming
vehicle
to the
hacking.
live stream today. We're we hope you liked what we
Like, fuck
what
these
we're
guys.
showing
They're
you,
not even
and,
going to answer the questions.
looking forward to playing with you guys on the
They
test
answered
server.
What about-
questions, the ones they wanted.
especially whenever we do like our
You know, they
event,
didn't
we
mention
give out
the
the analyst
Empire-specific tank weapons.
Oh, thanks for bringing me on. Again,
What the fuck,
hello,
boys?
wonderful PlanetSide 2.
We do have a coder.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why are they
You
not
know,
making it longer?
doing
just
stuff.
doesn't talk
Yeah.
on Reddit.
Like, they said
Yeah,
they
no,
answered
I
questions. They
sleep
answered
way
2
too much
questions
to
and they
be like,
cherry-picked
involved
them.
on
Like,
the
what the
internet.
hell?
Am I allowed to
On the
speak
other
in
hand.
caps?
And me, I'm just like, they're living it. It's my life.
You guys don't have to type raffle.
Yeah.
Also, you
Oh, they
guys
know.
don't have to
Oh,
type
they
that.
are well aware.
Oh, they're just doing
Yeah,
it to
they're
troll us.
well aware.
Common, isn't it, Ralph?
Okay, thanks very much, folks, for joining us on the live stream. Like Nick said, it's going to be coming to the BTS.
So we gotta get
sometime in the
Raffle.
nearish, very nearish.
Not
future.
raffle. You don't even have to
Very
type
nearish
raffle.
TM. And yeah, we'll
Charge for the max.
catch you.
See you guys next time.
I don't think I ever want to watch
Bro
this
looks so
shit.
sad at the end there. Well,
Like, aw.
alright. So we can quickly go over it. That's that over
That
and done
was-
with.
That was retarded.
Yeah.
That was beyond retarded. Insanely retarded.
I mean, there were some good changes, but yeah, they haven't said everything. I guess it would be on the test server. I don't know. What did they say today? Or did they say tomorrow?
So dumb.
Okay, I'll just go over it for the guys who are still in the chat.
They said eventually.
Eventually,
said.
what, that stuff?
That's what they,
Oh, eventually. Okay,
that's what they said.
right. So we got light assault, 4 jumping jets. What are they called? Ambusher jump jets? Like the Battlefront games. If you play Battlefront, you can jump forward. It's for really aggressive light assaults. And then after that, they said about repair grenade, which you just throw and it repairs for what? It takes 3 seconds to activate and then 10 seconds of repair time. You can throw it at max suits or Sunderers or vehicles or anything.
With a cost of 75.
75. Yeah, you're
It's
probably not going to be
ridiculous.
spamming them too often, I guess.
Which is insane.
And then
Absolutely insane.
what did they go to after that? Did they go to the continent locking after that?
No, Rail got all sassy and
Oh.
started killing that other guy.
The programmer.
And-
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a new programmer. He's not exactly new, they said. I guess he's been around for a little while. He's pretty keen at the moment, but he hasn't worked very long. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I guess he's probably programming that stuff there, so at least he's been used.
He hasn't met Nico yet.
No. And then they went on to the big sort of changes, which was the continent lock-in. You take 8 points. It's not even victory points anymore. Yeah, it's pretty
War
cool.
effort.
Steak and cheese. So yeah, it's like a war effort, you say?
War effort.
But 8 victory points, and then 2 5 points, and whatever faction gets those gets to the 10, I guess. So the 2 from the highs, no more than 2, which is great. So they don't lock the continent on their own. And then 8 from territory, and then you combine the 10, and then you can start alert for your faction, and it's kind of like your view.
I will be able to talk again in 9,985
Wow,
seconds.
ban, mate.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was trying to explain it now, Rogue. So, once you've got those 10 points, you trigger the alert for your faction, and it looks like you have to then win that alert. So, if you win that alert, then you get to lock the continent. But if you don't win the alert, you drop down, you lose your hive points. So then you have to generate those 2 hive points again and keep your territory to keep your 8 territory points. So
Can I say
then,
something really quick?
yeah,
I honestly don't think this alert system is going to work out very well.
it
I
might
think it would
not.
have been better if it would have been like a warp gate fight base kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
Go capture an enemy warp gate.
I'll probably cover this all in like a short video
But
at some point.
honestly, I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know about these.
Get
So.
right into the news.
in the news. So then, if you've won that alert, then you lock the continent. Then then the orbital strikes, which now it's confirmed they are all orbital strikes, trigger and wipe out any enemies that are left on the continent, so that everyone moves on to the next one quicker, sort of thing. And then you get a reward. You all seem to get a reward at the end of it, and no matter what sort of place you come in, you'll get that reward. So that's pretty good. but the ones who won the alert get the best reward, and I think that would be like the 500 ISO or something like that. And then you can get like little loot boxes, and they might contain rare bits and pieces in. That's what I heard.
Which is BS.
Like,
500 for winning that. It's a 2v1 situation
yeah.
at the end. They should get way more for that.
One of those 2 hives way too far back to contribute much. Yeah. Difficult to say. It sounds like it's a bit more strategic, but sometimes you think that maybe, what if you don't have no builders online? It's one of those things where you can't really play test it. It's got to go to live, and then they've got to see if it works or not. And it all contributes. I think you doesn't matter how many hives you build. You've just got to all reach the 10,000, 100,000 mark, and then you get 1 point, and then it ticks over, and then you get another point, something like that. Doesn't know better from building one of those 2. Yeah, so it doesn't. It's more than 2 hives. I'm pretty sure. It's just 2 points. You get a maximum of 2 points. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's definitely more. It's definitely more than 2 hives. You can. They all contribute into one bar that fills up. So they didn't actually say when this was going to go live. But once that's done, you get that. You move on to the next continent. Yeah, they said that the daimyo. They flashed another weapon as well. So I'll have to take a look at that in a bit. Shackle's probably got something on it. Yeah, it's not just 2 hives. It's like a load of hives working together to generate only 2 points. That's the main thing. The maximum they can generate is 2 points. So you don't get that weird. Yeah. So those guys don't really matter. If they want to build a hive, then they can build a hive back there. Isn't that? They ain't gonna. That isn't gonna. Yeah, they showed another weapon. There was another weapon they just flashed on screen. We all caught a sight of it, and I think the chat went mental.
It kind of looks like an LMG.
It did, yeah.
If you've seen like a railgun.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Where it has little, I guess you could call them tubes on the side, like an old tube amp.
2 alerts only trigger lock a continent now. Yes, that's what they were saying, yeah.
It looks really cool though.
I'm gonna take a look back at it and probably clip some stuff together. Maybe do a short video on it tomorrow. See if I can get some stuff. Imagine they're keeping the limited core system. Yeah, I think so. We'll have to see in a little while. I guess they're gonna change it up.
I'm not saying it's a railgun. It just looks like a railgun.
A railgun, yeah. Railgun hype already started.
Yeah. I already started it. Shit.
Yeah. I can actually pick the chat back up. We can see all of that. Yeah, this is a screenshot. This is the screenshot that everyone's using, but so they didn't actually touch on it, but yeah, I mentioned that NSX daimyo, so that's the final NSX weapon, which is a sniper rifle. I've heard it's a 2-shot burst, but I can't really say until I actually see it on the test server. Man, yeah, snipers. They're not my favorite class either in any game.
That's the smartest comment you've ever made. That's great, dude.
So they didn't really touch on these Empire specific tank weapons, but if they're in the picture, and I think Rare was quoted in several Reddit posts, he said in several Reddit posts that he was going to actually do the they were actually going to come to the harassers and the main battle tanks, so, and they're in the picture, so you can't really not put them into the game now. The models were done.
Do you know where that fucking picture was? What time it was? Was it after you opened the bottle of water?
Which picture?
The one of that new weapon.
Just, yeah, it was after, mate. Yeah. You trying to get a little screenshot of it?
Yeah.
You're gonna screenshot and put it on Reddit.
Karma, mate.
Karma. Well, put it on Reddit and then send it to me afterwards so I can use it in the video. In the news.
Okay. So I want to hear your guys' opinion on this. Like, especially you. I know you've been on PlanetSide for a while. I mean, they're working on PS4 optimization, but PC, it's not optimized at all.
No.
So what do you guys think?
The update for PS4 would probably come later.
I feel like they should be working on a PC update, get performance better before they do any of this.
There's no point optimizing it if they're adding more stuff into the game because they're just going to break it again.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
need to add all
I
the
can turn
stuff
you guys
and
back up in
optimize it
chat.
afterwards.
I turned you down because the stream was so low.
Which is stupid because they need to optimize it and then think about adding stuff into the game. But people want new content constantly, so of course you're going to get fucking shit first.
I'm probably going to put a summary into a video or something like that tomorrow. Unless I would check. There's probably going to be a summary on Reddit anyway. Nico's just going to put it up. That little flash of a weapon up on Reddit.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
What
Hey, Nico, will you post that in Discord chat?
Let him put it on Reddit first. He wants his karma.
Yeah.
Oh wow! At least send it to me because I want to see it.
Performance updates don't make money on games. Nope.
So that looks like a sniper.
A sniper again, like another
Really?
sniper. Got most low hang. What was the
Because it's got a bipod on it.
Wait a minute. What was
Really?
the?
Oh,
we can
Jesus.
check this out. What was the time at?
I fucking lost it now.
Nico wants all the publicity. What the hell am I saying? For himself. You know what I was saying. God. I
He
can't
flashed it.
speak.
We're talking about 1 sec. That's the problem for me right now. So I don't know. The last few days I've been on Battlefield 1, enjoying it. The main reason because the graphics are obviously better, and maybe the gameplay is a bit when you get spammy and stuff. Some of the maps are rough, but yeah, just the performance of Battlefield, you're over 100 frames like constantly. Now, if I wanted to do that on PlanetSide, it don't matter if there's people around because I know there's a lot more people and then the graphics engine older and stuff. But they've got to work on performance, and they've got to restart the servers a bit more regularly because those servers get worse and worse as you like over a few days. They just get worse and worse. So if you go on, like, I've had it awful the last few days, so that's why I've been playing other games. But
not allowed.
So later on. But yeah.
Let's see. Hour
was about getting the camo that matches my Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
I've advocated for it many times.
We'll check that out. Anyway. Yes. Buff more stuff.
Yeah, let's jump over to him.
I'm just gonna do this for my own good. Eric, kind of.
You've done that before.
Should we show the?
I'm probably gonna.
You want to show the daimyo, Nick?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Well,
No,
it's just the
actually,
way it
that'll
looks.
probably go to test too, to be completely honest. Yeah, we had some concepts like batting around, so
Power of a Dead
it
game.
would normally have been a
They're
bunch
trying to
sooner,
revive it.
but it's not just.
We'll
yet
see.
because
If this is like,
we had
it doesn't matter what they do. If they add loads of stuff
the community is
and
actually
it
excited
lags
about
up the game
old
crazy bad, then
data mined string.
it will
like,
obviously be an
forever ago.
issue.
And so just so that
It doesn't matter if it was great
yeah, it's on
content.
Nick's. But
For that, yeah, I'm looking for that. Nico, did you find it
a
again?
strike right on somebody's face.
Ready,
But
come,
Bastion Free Carrier
bitches.
is up there.
You got it on there.
Ready,
Carrier
come,
is up there.
bitches.
Okay, now
stream.
sooner is no.
No, we're happy
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
So we're done
Make
iterating
me
on it,
mod
and
me
we put it
now.
out.
Yeah.
So if something
Where is
falls
it?
in there, then it could
can't
be
'cause I'm not a
be something we've intentionally
No, we've never broken
2103.
never broken.
2103, that's a bit early, isn't
No,
it?
it's
Not allowed to.
No, in the stream, in Drax's stream.
So with the the question came up in chat. Duplicates in
It's
the new
different
loot
here.
boxes.
At least that's what people are saying.
Except for actually,
Right, okay.
consumables. You will
Cool.
get.
In my stream.
Yeah, on your
Why does
stream.
it say an hour? Doesn't even make any sense.
mod me.
Mod me. Nico.
Gonna ban people. Block user, that's all I've got. That's the only option I've got. Block user.
No, you should be able to mod. No, you have to add it in the
Yeah.
creator studio. Never mind.
2103. Alright, thanks guys. I'll probably check that out actually.
There.
Second,
In the
I'm
Drax
checking
stream,
it
you
right-
can- so those guys can go back and check it out. We need to take a screenshot. Is it actually? I don't know how the stream came out for you guys. Was it alright? Was it clear enough? I think I got like 4.5 upload on it.
I don't see shit around 2103.
Scroll to around 2103 in stream for the screenshot. Anyway, so it was a concept weapon. It's like when the pilot first showed up, so nobody really is going to worry about it too much. It's going to be a while. There's a daimyo. I find that easy enough. They didn't actually show that in action, did they?
For,
no.
To the live
Not at all.
today. We hope you liked what we're showing you, and
Somewhere around the 40 minutes.
Looking forward to playing with you guys on
How
the
do you
test
take
server.
I take it there's no way of taking
So we want to tune things
without
conservatively
the
to
stream
point where we don't
bars
just
underneath.
break it and then get back to square one.
Stream
so
bar.
Actually, the pilot,
rewards
I don't know. I
Dunno.
disagree with that. The pilot is such a good gun up close.
What is Ro's job?
tuned very conservatively.
He does a bit of everything now. He's kind of
dick
like
He talks
and-
shit.
yeah,
He talks shit to the PlanetSide community.
Salt mining.
program. He's doing a bit. Yeah, he's doing a program. Like he's programming pretty much. He's doing everything. I think a lot of the changes that happened recently have been through Rel. What I heard, some coding stuff. So he's been taking the old resources and putting them together and making like new stuff. So if stuff looks on the test server and looks like it's been reusing older stuff, then yeah, it is. It is probably Rel, but. Everyone hates VS. Rouse. Yeah, that's the guy. Well, I noticed it.
Beat me to it.
I know. I noticed it the other day.
Someone else beat me to it.
Because I was running a carapace medic, I actually took off the battle harden because I ran the new. Well, you got the 2 new implants, the regen one, the implant, combined with carapace.
That looks like an LMG to me.
And then normally I've got battle hard on nearly every class, and I noticed that screen shake. So I think everyone should have the option to dial it down a bit. It's in my stream, is it? You guys finding it?
No, Nico posted it in chat.
Okay.
Dude, it looks like a big ass LMG to me. Because look at the front handle on it.
Yeah.
And LMGs have bipods too, so I mean that it could possibly be like that. I kind of want it to be now. It looks dope.
Mate, this is a high res image, isn't it? It's taking ages to load. What's going on here?
So we're creating a fucking thread on Reddit called Raffle.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's the fucking best, mate.
Raffle.
Dev response. I can't see the response. Oh yeah.
That actually,
Roxley.
that's a sniper rifle with a bipod on it.
Nah, dude, that's an LMG with a
Right.
bipod. I'm telling you.
Is it?
It is.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's kind of.
You see what I'm saying about that front handle? Yeah, I just feel like it's an LMG. It's way
There
too
we
thick
go.
to be
Right.
way too thick to be a sniper rifle.
Hey, Drax, we might show it to the audience.
Yeah. I was just trying to get it to load. There we go. Don't know why it's taking ages to load.
It be overrated, rel outdated. Long have we waited. What Paul has created. Fuck, what
Paul.
the fuck is this shit?
all praise Paul.
His hair screams
There we go.
freedom.
Sorry guys, took a while to load there. Right. Unknown new weapon revealed on stream, eh?
I'm telling you guys, that is an LMG with a bipod. It has to be. If that's a sniper rifle, then that's
Where's
the
the
dumbest
NS
sniper
logo
rifle
on it?
design I've ever seen.
I'm not seeing no nanite systems. Oh wait a minute, is that the end? No, that's not a nanite
There's
system. is
NC
it?
on it, I think.
There's
Yeah, there's some small MGs though. Like Rogue, look at the bar. That has small ammo
That's,
capacity.
yeah,
There's shit
NC,
ton.
MGR. We can get zoom in on stuff.
Is MGR machine gun?
Yep.
Damn.
Machine gun.
I'm telling you guys, if that is a sniper rifle, that is way too big to be a sniper.
Machine
It looks like it's
gun
gonna have to be carried
rocket.
away.
Yes. I
The
want
new
Machine-
that.
Locklit life.
Machine gun rocket M. What does the M stand for?
Mother.
Massive.
Massive.
Misogynist.
Massager.
Damn it, that.
Oh. Well, it's even got a code on the side. Free gun for everybody.
I doubt it's free.
Mate, there's a code. Type that in the box. on the website.
Yeah, there are snipers with bipods in real life. I'm not saying that. It's just way too big. It's way too thick to be a sniper rifle.
What are you on about? I mean, the code on the side.
Yeah.
It might be a real gun. I mean, I
Sorry,
don't
Joe.
know. I feel like it's an LMG. I feel like it should be an LMG if they're not going to make it.
You're trying to get free stuff again, weren't you? Make the heavy again.
Just give them iron boots, mate.
Yeah. We've
iron boots.
Imagine we've actually, I don't know, years time. We've added water to the game now, but the heavy just sinks.
Dude, throw a dead infiltrator on his back. There you go. It'll add like 2 pounds.
Yep. All right, let's get.
Yeah, I know. It's just I like real world weapons, Rogue. I really do.
Yeah.
I like to compare them. At least like the
anything about PS4? No, they did. They did. They said about they were working on the construction. They had to get the performance right on construction first before they moved forward, I think. So it didn't really look like they were going to take anything to PS4 too soon. If like I was going to explain about PS4, from what I've heard, they actually have to pay Sony to upload a new update every game. Yeah, it's only PS4. Like it's only the.
Sony. I thought you said Zony.
He did say
Sony.
He said Zony.
Sony.
All right,
Sony.
I take the headphones off so I pronounce stuff correct.
Welcome to Zony.
That's a better company.
Yeah. It's better, not as good as Daybreak Games though, mate.
No.
Yeah.
No. Daybreak Games is the best.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
They just got perfect name really in it when it says Daybreak.
I would like a laser sniper with little to no damage. That's a genius idea. I'd love infiltrators to be completely eradicated and those who play them to be destroyed entirely.
So yeah, so that like they've got to make sure they get the update right before they upload it. Well, otherwise, if they upload it like they do on the PC, and I'll tell you what, the PC technically is like a test server. It's like a giant test server for the PS4 guys. So hopefully, by the time it reaches you PS4 guys, they've worked out the bugs. The problem with that is obviously the coding's a bit different.
No, we're still in beta, right?
Yeah, we're living in beta. Ready for the PS4 by 2018. That's pushing it, I think, a bit, believe.
IRL beta.
I mean, so they put out this this new stuff, and it's gonna be, might be pretty cool. But then they got to work on performance of it and optimize it. They haven't even optimized the last Indar bases, so that's got to be done really before. But they haven't even talked about that. They didn't even go with performance. They were talking about the shirt instead. Yeah, it looks like it. Does look like it.
I think getting shot in the heart. Oh, I'm gonna go on the Twitch chat here.
Guys, I think we both know. I think we all know though. The most important thing that happens is they brought a brony on. They brought a brony on as the programmer. That's the most important thing.
He looks like he was doing good, mate. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, he was probably on some stuff if he was sitting next to Rowan smiling.
Yeah, it could be. The heavy, I got it. The heavy's guns are so crap at distance with the minimum damage.
That's it.
They've added a sniper for the heavy.
Heavy, yeah, that's it.
And he can switch out modes.
You know what? That might be a railgun. Maybe I'm right. I want to say I'm right.
And
that
you
might
see,
be a railgun.
You see that blue bit on the side of the gun?
Yeah.
That's to put your dick in it.
Right.
It's so tiny,
of course.
Nico. Are you saying something?
Yeah. It'll fit, mate.
A sniper with LMG damage, yeah.
If not, you've always got the barrel at the other end. Bit of spit.
Rel can't even use a barrel. This is way too tiny. He's not going to get anything to connect.
Look, it's got a handle on top to hold on to, so you got a little bit of fuss.
Wow.
The fuck?
There we go. Poor weapon. Poor weapon. It's been destroyed already.
Yeah.
Why?
It looks better though.
What I don't understand,
if it's an NC weapon, the barrel's what you put your teammate's head. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't make sense because the butt end of the gun has a square entry where your eye is, and the face end has a circle.
Well, Kerwin, what's the purpose of the archer? It's useless. No, I don't think the archer's useless. I feel like if this weapon is going to be for a heavy, then they should probably focus it more on infantry, like taking out those goddamn ship filtrators that deserve to die. Unlike Maxes, which Maxes are actually pretty easy to take out now. So
I'd rather, a lot of the time, I'd rather face a Max than an Infiltrator.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
Infiltrators are gonna win. You can run away from a Max, do some shit.
It's a Max can't jump you out of nowhere.
Your chat puts both Twitch and YouTube in one. Is that through Restream?
Yeah.
Nico's mind has been blown.
Like
just like Rel has by the new programmer.
So
how do you think he got
That's
a shot?
the only font, yeah.
That's why I prefer the other chat.
Yeah, the Nico 101 and JT
Silence
combo really
wow.
destroyed Drax's stream.
If you saw my last Funny Moments video, I'll get behind the Max. One Max tries to pin me in the corner. I run out around the side of him. He jumps over the railing. I don't know where he went. And then I just sit behind another one and kill it.
So maybe I was right on the railgun thing earlier?
Yeah, because actually, yeah, you gotta be, because there's no magazine, is there? Oh, there's what's actually there is.
I mean, there's a little magazine, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a tiny little thing there.
I'm gonna like copyright this shit. Some shit
copyright
like that.
It.
I'm gonna find some way to, and I'll steal Daybreak away from them.
Right, there we go.
Because they don't deserve such a fine company.
Oh, that's me restream. There we go.
Coming apart.
Okay, guys. Right, I think that's it for the stream anyway. That's been pretty interesting. You know, check it back. I'll try and leave some little bullet points or something when I overview it, and then this will be at the end, of course. But thank you guys for watching. And well,
no, not railguns and sniper rifles. LMGs.
All right, cool. Believe. I'll probably check that out in a minute. Yeah, shout out to Believe because he does great PS4 streams. You can check him out. Any PS4 players, probably.
There's no need to lie.
If you're new to PS4 or something like that, you can team up with him or learn from him. You know, pretty good.
I want to be completely honest. He is the best PS4 player I've ever seen.
All he needs to do is start doing those PS4 updates. Yes.
Honestly, it really is.
Oh, so good. You could give him the patch notes after.
Yeah.
2 months in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So he'll have plenty of time to write it up.
Yeah.
NSX Daimyo, I would think would come out within the next few weeks. I would, surely. It's going to be on the test server within a couple of weeks, I would guess. Anyway, guys, yeah, thanks again for watching.
Stay subscribed to Drax's channel here. I'm sure we'll do another test server update video on the new.
I will.
Guys,
yeah,
Drax
I will.
News here. Welcome to the PlanetSide 2 updates channel. That's what
pretty
this
much
is now. What's
his channel? You can check it out. It's in the chat there, I believe. Yes. So yeah, he normally live streams some gameplay. Pretty good.
Yep.
And then you check out Nico 101.
What's up, bros?
Yeah. And of course, keep tuned into this channel here.
Nico 101.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Subscribe, report, whatever. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Report.
Of course, this video is going to be back, so if you want to watch it again later, then feel free, guys. I'll see you all next time.